This is me, signing the rental contract for my first ever apartment. In this moment, I thought I had it all figured out. I'd spent weeks planning every detail, every purchase, every measurement. But then within hours of moving in, I got my first reality check after destroying a major appliance I had just bought. And that was just the beginning. I wanted this to work out so badly, but soon realized that my first real home was going to be a massive experiment in trial and error. By the end, I'd spent way more than I expected, broke things I didn't think could break, and questioned every decision I made. Let me take you on this crazy adventure, starting from a few days before moving day, when I still had no idea what I was in for. Hey, so I'm here getting some first few things from essentially Facebook Marketplace for Germany, which is called Kleinanzeigen. I got some furniture for the balcony. It looks really cool. I also got this couch from IKEA, so I'm really happy with the haul so far. Apart from the haul today, I also went to get an oven last week, so that's waiting in the basement for me right now. Nice. All right, so we have an oven, we have a sofa, we have some furniture for the balcony, and all for super cheap. I just spent my first night in my new apartment. When I picked up the car initially yesterday, I was pretty scared because I thought it was way too small, but all of my things ended up fitting into the car perfectly. Like, I wouldn't have been able to fit one thing more in there. After the move of my stuff, we went on another Kleinanzeigen adventure. The big downer though was on one specific turn with the car, the washing machine in the back tipped over and it sounded so painful. So we went to check and I was horrified to see that we had scuffed it up really, really bad. It was super stupid and just totally 100% my fault. Anyways, now everything is in the apartment here. In terms of furniture, I don't really have much for this room so far. I do have the sofa, the couch. I can set up my desk. I do have my desk. I don't have a chair and I don't have any type of furniture to store anything either. In terms of the kitchen, the first order of business is hooking up the stove. Then I think the second order of business will be to try and hook up the washing machine and see if it works. And I have no idea how exactly I'm gonna attack that yet. Now you're probably thinking, why would hooking up this washing machine be so hard? The previous tenant, bless him, he was so nice throughout this whole process. He lived in this apartment for 10 years, and throughout those 10 years of living here, he had never ever hooked up a washing machine. So at this point in time, there wasn't any type of connection for the washing machine in the apartment. And to add on top of that, something I will very soon come to realize here, the water pressure in this apartment is horrible. I was slowly starting to realize that this all might just be a bit more complicated than I was expecting. But hey, the show must go on. So this is the kitchen now. Today was actually the first time I was able to eat some food I prepared for lunch from home, and it was all made possible by the fridge. So the fridge is an MVP for sure. Big news also from the kitchen is that the stove is now hooked up. I haven't cooked on it yet. I'm probably gonna cook for the first time tomorrow. But yeah, the kitchen is coming along pretty nice. I'm at a point I didn't think I would be, even though there's still so much left to figure out, but I'm just not gonna think about that. The balcony looks pretty nice. I feel like it's coming along nicely too. In terms of the main room, I was finally able to put out the carpets, and also having my monitor set up, my display, I think definitely gives the room a sense of at least direction where it's headed. So, update so far. As I was happily munching on my pizza, I was definitely subconsciously suppressing some things. All of the to-dos that were popping up were piling into a big mountain in my head. Also, I was spending a lot of money and it just felt like my bank account was draining. And I was just simply ignoring some of the really big things like the washing machine. But for now, I decided to power through. 2 days ago, we went to IKEA and a different furniture shop. The IKEA haul was very big. It was very big. For the storage space, what I've planned is this modular IKEA closet system called Ivar. We also ended up going to another store that was just next to IKEA. That specific store doesn't really carry inventory, so essentially the employees told me that I have to order online. That's definitely going to take its time, but in roughly 2 weeks, I'll have a closet for the main room, hopefully. In terms of the vibe of everything coming together in the bathroom right now, I'm still a bit unsure. I went for this super colorful shower rug, and I think it doesn't work. It's a bit jarring. It doesn't really fit the whole vibe. At this point, I was making solid progress, but I was still trying to do everything every day. This kitchen cabinet was no different. I just wanted it up as quickly as possible. Well, turns out I mounted it incorrectly, and when it almost fell off the wall, I think that's when I realized I wasn't building this place carefully. I was just trying to finish it. Honestly, a few days ago, I was feeling super burnt out of this whole apartment. From the start, I was just trying to do everything at once. I was trying to just make this a livable space as soon as possible. For some reason, it really annoyed me that I was waking up every day and it just felt like I was still moving, you know? Essentially, I just wanted to get this apartment to its absolute final state as soon as possible. So there was my internal time struggle, and then on top of that, everything was seemingly going wrong. I still didn't have any internet. The cabinet in the kitchen that I mounted to the wall and drilled holes for almost came crashing down, and the washing machine is still a total black box. And then there was just a bunch of small things too, like for example, the vibe in the bathroom in terms of colors and stuff isn't what I was hoping for yet. And for example, for some reason, the cutlery set that I got from IKEA, all of the knives are rusting. Just a bunch of small things that culminated in me in the feeling of, I don't want to deal with this anymore, I really don't. I think the problem wasn't the apartment. It was me trying to force it. So instead of trying to finish everything, I just focused on fixing one thing. And this time, I didn't do it alone. Turns out I wasn't even using the drill properly, which explains a lot. We worked into the night and got it up eventually. It's not perfect, but it's solid. And for the first time in a while, I didn't feel behind. What's up? This is my apartment now. Just like in general right now, 2 months after having moved in here, I feel like I've definitely come maybe like 90% of the way to how I imagine this space to be, which is really cool. It's so wild to think that this was totally just like a blank canvas when I moved in here. There was nothing in here. And it's just so cool to see like how what I was planning on my iPad, like the sketch of the floor plan I had, and it looks even cooler in person. Before I wanted to plan everything, but some of these elements just like came together in a way that I just couldn't foresee. I just got lucky with a lot of things. One of the biggest tasks that I've been procrastinating is the washing machine. I still haven't fixed the washing machine, but also even tried hooking it up to the water supply. So what I have to do is I have to figure out the water pressure first. Then I have to figure out how to hook up the washing machine to like my sink area. And then I have to figure out if my washing machine even works. So this like whole task of installing the washing machine really involves so many steps, and that's like sort of why I've been procrastinating it. I know where to start, but it's just such a process that I just do not feel like engaging. And you know what? I'm gonna take my time with this, so the washing machine can wait. And that's okay. Thanks for watching.